To defeat the strong native man, first you must effeminize him. Rape both him and his women. Take and train his children to hate their skin and fight their kin, while you pretend you're helping them develop into better men and women than the humans they've been.
The blacks behind, so be prepared for that. Just because they've got the skin doesn't mean they got it within, so you're gonna have to leave a lot of them behind. But this public forum is really just an opportunity for you to get some information, but the real deal has to happen behind closed doors, just like every other group, because you have to strategically move. You have to move like you're playing chess. You can't go marching down the street and say, we're gonna boycott this and we're not gonna do that. And so now you've given your game plan to the entire world. Like, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
It come in several different formats. I was just sitting here thinking about when you talk to people and they go, oh, you speak so intelligently. Like, what else would I speak? Like they have this, they feel like they are entitled to be able to talk to black people like that. Like, how are you gonna tell me I speak so intelligently? Like, would you say that to anybody else? Is that so unusual that I can put a sentence together? Like, what are we exactly dealing with here? You know, and I'm not saying that the King's English is the best way to speak on the planet. You know, what I'm saying is that we've allowed other people to gauge us as unintelligent because of the way we speak. And a lot of that comes back down to not supporting each other in our efforts, because Japanese and Koreans and everybody else speaks hella broken English. But their unity and their ability to get things done as a unit means you gotta respect them. Even if they talk ching twang pong, you gotta respect them. Even if they're butchering the sentence, you gotta respect them. You butcher a sentence, they have no respect for you. They have no respect for you. And making up words to replace other words that don't need replacing, having all these different terminologies for sex, having all these different terminologies for getting high, but we can't seem to get anything else done. It seems as if our creative energies and our creative juices are being used. It's counterproductive, to say the very, very least. That's the least I think I can say about it. So yeah, like, just be careful of that. Next time somebody says to you, oh, you speak so intelligently, and with that surprised tone, that sarcastic surprised tone, look at them and say, yeah, I'm also surprised that you speak so intelligently. Or you can say, I'm also surprised at how ignorantly you speak. So today is a surprising day for both of us. Something along that line. We can't just keep taking it. We can't just keep taking it on the chin and going, oh, well, I can't. There's creative ways to say things back that are non-confrontational. Will only become confrontational when people do what they always do when they get caught out there, or when their subliminal or sneak attack verbal attacks on you are recognized. You know, somebody will be talking about you like a dog, and then so basically,
African American man, and you're dating outside of your race, then you're just as bad as a racist. And you're like, why would you say that? Reason being is because you're perpetuating the death of black people, because you have sex with this woman, she has a child, that child is a mixed child, that child's going to go to whatever the strongest unit is, and you've already given the example that white's the best because look what you did. So guess what your child's going to do? He's going to marry white, then he's going to have a white kid, and then there'll be no more black. You know what I'm saying? You wasted that seed. You sent it off and it's not coming back. You'll be lucky if that child teams up with another African American. You'll be lucky that happens.
the reason why black men get so mad at black women because they don't want to talk to them, they don't want to deal with you, is because you don't want to come correct. Other women don't need you to come correct because they're only after you because they've heard you have big dicks and you could fuck good. That's really all it is. And they want to hang out with that swagger. They want to play it for a minute. But this is why. Because you're trash. You're trash. And this is where you belong. Because you don't want to come correct. I was just reading something that made me think about it. They were like white women say hi, or Mexican women say hola, and so on and so forth. And then it came down to black women, and they're like, what the fuck you looking at, nigga? You know why she's looking at you like that? Because you don't want to come correct. You don't want to come correct. You want to come and get some pussy and bounce. We're trying to build nations. You're trying to get a nut, and that's where the fall off comes in. That's why you're having so much trouble with black women, because they really want something. You're calling them gold diggers, but you get with any other woman, she wants you to work too. So I don't know what the problem is. What's the problem? What's the problem? Everybody wants to be able to eat. Everybody wants to be able to live, you know. And there are some black women out there that are on that shit, but they're listening to too much music, paying too attention to too much social media. Not even social media, just media, because this started long before social media was a big deal. This is a campaign that's been going on for years. But again, I'm standing here in front of these trash cans here to represent my point. You are trash. If you can't deal with a black woman, and I'm not saying you have to deal with every single one of them, there's gonna be one out there that's good for you. The problem is you give up too easy. You're kind of a punk. This one didn't work, so I'll never date another one again. I'll just go where it's easy. I'll get the low-hanging fruit. But the low-hanging fruit is normally rotten. You know what I'm saying? It's the fruit at the top of the tree. That's the good stuff. The stuff you gotta climb for. That's the good stuff. That's why it's up there.
This is the dangerous informant.
Anything else but black. You just don't. Joining all these different groups and all these different clubs, it's doing nothing for you, because at the end of the day, you're still going to be black. You're still going to get treated black. You're just going to be treated like a black gay, or like a black whatever it is you decide to join, so you could get some sort of social standing, or so you could belong to something, or have something to fall back on, or have a peer group, or whatever the reason that you join these different organizations and get all high and mighty about them, feminism and the like.
Boule elite like Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton. They're just here to keep you quiet. They're not here to help.
You're still just a black woman, so you're still going to have to deal with black woman stuff. The white women who start the organization, or the black white men who start the organization that you're joining a part of, they don't have the same problems that you have. You know what I'm saying? They're, I hate to say it, but they're farther ahead of you. So for you to join their organization and say, let me push you, let me help, I want to be a part. I want to be a part. Put some credits on my application so that people can see, hey, look, I've done this and I've done that. You don't have time for that. We don't have time to be anything but black right now. We have no time to be anything other than black.
All right then.
Murder, and you want to just kill people and commit crimes and get away with it, your best option is to join the police force. I think you so-called thugs have it all wrong. If that's what you want to do, you want to murder people and you want to get away with it, then you need to join the police force. I mean, just think about it. Everybody else did. Every other gang, every other underground dirt mongler society got into the police force, and now they can just murk people, and you have plausible deniability because you're a cop. Now you have to understand you're still black, just like with everything else. I mean, you're still going to be black, so you're still going to get treated like a black person. So you'll at least be able to do what you like to do anyway, and kill other black people and get away with it, because they're not going to do anything to you for that. You just can't shoot white people. That's going to be the only downfall to the plan or to the program. But other than that, you're free to roam around. You can plant drugs, you can take drugs, you can use them, you can do whatever you want. You're never going to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? You might end up with a desk job.
Break away from the nation.
That's as simple as it goes. If we stop going to work, stop buying things, stop working with them, and we huddle to ourselves, we will destroy the machine that's causing so much trouble.
In the name of the Black Panthers and NAACP, like those are some of our greatest achievements. The NAACP was designed just to keep you marching, keep you quiet, keep you from really fighting. And the Black Panther Party was just a bunch of street thugs they bought uniforms for and gave them airtime. They thought you guys were willing to fight for your freedom, so they were trying to start a war. But since you wouldn't fight for your freedom, they just dismantled them. Don't believe the hype.
Hello, loves. And this is your girl, Autumn Blanco Cattell from the Thomas Cartel in Tires. Today, my topic is going to be, why do African American women hate on each other so bad? I would never ever understand that question. But I don't understand how you as African American women, not all, but about probably 35 to 40%, can actually say things like, girl, I ain't gonna never support no black owned business man by no one, no female. Girl, she too high. But you would take your money to a Korean store where they hurry up and buy your ass, stare at you all damn day for one bulk of hair. Go get your nails done and they give you shitty service. Sometimes they'll have you waiting in there all day and continue to keep calling these Hispanic girls and these white women. But they don't never call you until like 2 hours in. You been in call too, but they thought you was white because you spoke with intelligence. Yeah, been there. So you get this bad customer service with these Korean people, but though you continue to keep going, you continue to keep the tradition of abuse for these people. These people abuse us, but you feel like you have to go get your nails done, mainly because there is no black owned businesses, a black owned nail shop. And even in your community, when you have the HNIC and the Khadijas and the Lisas, and you have them in the hoods and they have licenses, you then want to focus more on the I don't like her personal type of deal. Why? So you're going to continue to keep getting abuse from Korean people, taking 2 hours to 3 hours to get your nails and your feet done. They bun young and bun young and bun young every damn 5 seconds. But you're going to go ahead and you're going to continue to keep getting the abuse from somebody that is not your race. All behind the fact that you dated somebody's husband 35 years ago. So you don't like this bitch. We're all in our 30s and 40s, 50s and 60s, but we as grown ass women still walking around here saying shit like, girl, I don't like her. Well, what she do? I just don't like her. It's just something about her I just don't like. So there's something about you just don't like from that black girl, that African American sister, the one that's trying to build the economy, the one that's trying to get jobs for your children during the summer to get some skills to face this motherfucking world the right way. You rather just go ahead and continue to say you don't like her. You don't know why. You just something about her you just don't like. You haven't taken the time to get to know these girls. You don't ever take the time to get to know people until there's people that's gonna backstab you or two-face you or fuck with your man or steal from you. Those are the type of bitches that for some reason a lot of our race of women tend to keep in our lives. And why do we continue to keep those type of women in our lives, but then the women who can actually teach us to be better women, we look off, we talk about, we find any little old thing to say they don't like them. I don't like her because she said this, and I don't like her because she said that. I just don't understand how can I say this and it be the right way without being ugly? How the fuck can you, as African American women, look in your mirror every day and talk about the next African American woman that's getting up every day doing the same thing you doing? How can you look at another sister and discredit her because she driving a Jaguar on some 24s, or she has a mansion, or do you not know that sister worked her whole entire life to live the way that she has lived? And if you just give yourself the opportunity to see what it was that made her millions, you may actually have a good friend and you actually may learn how to fucking make millions. instead of hate the next woman because she has some shit. I'm your girl, Autumn Blanco Cartel, from the Thomas Cartels and Tire. Subscribe from your girl. Holla.
The one you value most is lost interest.